This is I'm Friends with the DJ, hosted by AJ the Silver Fox.
Hey everyone, welcome back to I'm Friends with the DJ. It's your host, AJ the Silver Fox. And today's guest is someone who really caught my attention. A local producer who's quietly been building momentum, sharing his process online, and putting out music that feels clean, intentional, and dance floor ready. Of course, I'm talking about my friend, DJ and producer, Xavier. How are you, Xavier?
Good. I'm good.
Good, glad to hear. Before we get into everything you're doing now, why don't you start with how music got into your life, or how did it all start?
Yeah, of course. I think probably house music has been in my life for quite a while, probably since I was like a teenager, probably. I don't know. I probably heard um, Avicii or something way back when. Uh, that really started to get me into EDM. And then more lately, like the past couple years, I think maybe like the past 10 years or so, it's been like a lot of house, a lot of subgenres of house that I've just been listening to. I listen to house, tech house in the morning when I wake up or whatever. So yeah, it's kind of everywhere for me right now.
Was producing always a goal that you wanted to do, or did that come later? Like when you first started getting into EDM?
I don't think so. I don't know if I ever really thought about producing music until maybe like 2, 3 years ago. I always really liked listening to music, like house music in general, EDM. And then I was thought about DJing. I just never thought I would actually do it. I never felt like I had a persona for it. And then producing, that kind of just came like I heard like some edit somewhere of like Sweet Dreams or something at my daughter's like recital or something like that. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I think I could do that. And then I went in and just kind of started learning. And then that was like 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago. And then kind of just started producing from there.
Um, you know, uh, um, it's it's obviously with being a producer and everything, and it's a big part of your life. But clearly, you just mentioned like a daughter and everything. So you're a software by day, and then like a software engineer by day, and then like DJ or producer by night. How do you balance that?
So I work from home. So it's kind of I can kind of see my setup back here. I work from home, so it makes it kind of easy to like kind of like take a break a little bit from work when I need to, and then I'll come and do like producing stuff on the my off time or my hours here in this little office that I'm in, and then I have the kids to get a balance too. I pick them up from school, drop them off. Um, I have 4 kids, so yeah, I have 2 toddlers and 2 teenagers. Um, I try to sneak in producing when I can. Mostly it's at night, like at the very late hours of night.
Yeah, and some of your, I mentioned like TikTok and stuff, or that's how you're showing some of your creativity, and I was going through it and looking at it. So the ones that I really enjoy are help me quit my day job, and you're like mixing.
Yeah,
Those, what made you start doing that, or what made you think of that?
I think like my wife's a pretty good influence on giving me some ideas. Um, Honestly, I think TikTok's kind of weird, and I made it to just try and get some music out there. So I see that's what people are doing, and I think for the past year or so, I've been trying to like chase the trend or whatever on TikTok that seems to get the most sort of views. Yeah, I mean that's kind of what I was doing with it. And right now, I think for me, I kind of want to let people see more of myself, like my personality or whatever. I think that seems to like really shine on TikTok. Something I struggle with about making like content and being personable with it. I hate showing my face and I hate like talking on videos and stuff. But yeah, I think that's something I need to do and something that I need to like it helps me grow for producing or as a
Yeah, for uh, producing some of the music. I mean, How did it feel when you first got like you're assigned by a label or like you know what I mean? Like when did that come about and how did that feel?
Yeah, so it was super like super awesome to know I got like signed. I put out like one song under a different alias. I didn't do that great. I didn't really know what I was doing. And then I took my time a little bit and then I put out this song called Disco Ball. Um, and it's like more of like a melodic techno sort of song. And caught the attention of I don't want to say it's like they're not like a huge label, they're kind of like a smaller label. They're called Lifted. But it was cool to know like they took an interest in it. You know, I met with the owner of the label. Um, we talked about the song, and he talked about how much he liked it, and he was like, "I think we would like to sign this song." So yeah, it was just cool to know to like that the music I made is like actually getting noticed and getting signed, and it did okay on Spotify and did okay in other streaming platforms. So yeah, that was like super cool, like first sort of goal for me.
So being signed by a label, whether it was big or small, like did it change how you saw yourself as a producer?
Um, a little bit, yeah. I was like, okay, I think that this can actually like work. Um,
Yeah.
whereas like making remixes, whatever, is just putting them on SoundCloud is cool and like you get people listen to it, but like when you get signed and getting paid, I got paid for it. Like it wasn't a whole lot, maybe like $20, but you know,
Damn.
it's like, hey, this like the song I made money and it's working, and it's getting signed, it's getting noticed. People like it. So that was like a super cool moment. When I was like, okay, I think I can do this.
So a couple of the songs that you've done. So you've done Disco Ball. What are some of I think Mess is
Yeah.
one. I Want. That one's
Hmm.
one of my favorites.
Yeah, I like that one too. Yeah, a lot
I
of people
like
like that
that
one.
one a lot. And there's the some. Okay, tell me all of them. Tell me about which
So
ones.
I so I got Disco Ball, I think was the first one. Um I Want, which is more tech housey. Um Mess, which is my most recent one, which is more tech housey. One's called like Stop Go. It's supposed to be like a minimal sort of tech house thing. And then other one was there. One More Reason. It was kind of a random one for me. It's like a speed garage sort of song, really high, like pitched women's vocals, very fast, like 142 BPM or something. A really fast paced song. I tried a bunch of different things to try and see what I would like to do. I think where I want to sit at, and I think tech house is kind of where I want to sit at.
Okay. So and I asked like these songs. I mean, I heard them on your SoundCloud, right? So what they were all pretty different. So that makes sense as to why they were. So now that you found your sound or your niche or your genre, um, does that music is evolution? Is that something? Is that a part of it or something you want to stick to?
Yeah, I think now that I think that I kind of found the sound that I kind of want to do now in tech house specifically. I think that's kind of where I want to stick at, and I think I'll let those like I thought about changing like my name again to sort of refresh like the brand or whatever. But I think I kind of want those songs to like stick with me and be part of like the journey or whatever, to where I'm gonna go.
So, a lot of our friends or DJs, they do have like a side name. When you first started, did you have a DJ name or did you always go by Xavier or?
Yeah, it's a funny one. I had a name called it's called Cake. It was kind of a dumb reason, but so my my wife and her friends say that I have like a big dump truck, I guess. And they call this. She said you should go by Cake, and I was like, that's a good one. I'll go by Cake. So I did that for a little while, and then I switched it up. It just seemed easier to use my name.
DJ Cake and
Yeah.
listeners, he does have that was a good name for him, just FYI. But I thought I did see. and I wrote it down. I made a note. It's back to you, and then I wrote cake question mark. So that makes sense. Why it's had that. So you know, when you're creating these sounds, like, is what's behind it, or if you want to tell me about, I want, or stop, go, or mess, like what was where was your mood at that you when you created them?
Yeah, I think I with Iwan and Mess, specifically, I think I wanted to create something that can feel like it can be used in in a club environment. So that's kind of when I started DJing, and I was like, okay, I like the club environment. I like the songs you can play. You can play like tech housey songs in clubs, even open format clubs, and they'll do well. And I was like, okay, I think I want to experiment with those sounds and songs about unfortunately songs about like alcohol and drugs and stuff. They sound well, I guess, with tech house. So that's kind of why I found like some really cool vocals with some like sample packs I was like messing around with, and then just experimenting really with different sounds, um, taking inspirations from different like tech house artists that are big in the scene right now, and trying to kind of replicate what they're doing.
But then make it your own, right?
Right, yeah, and then kind of like add my own sort of sound to it.
Yeah. You've done, you've played at like Pink Shark, right? If I recall correctly, or where have you DJ'd at?
Yeah, so Pink Shark is where I started. Um, thanks to shout out to Shelby. Thanks to Shelby. Um, he helped me get started there, and then I've done it there quite a bit. Um, and then I did a couple other places around town. I think I did like Homeroom or High Score. Um, I did somewhere else I can't remember, and then I actually just did How Do You Spell a Loser the other day, and that was interesting 'cause that's like a country sort of bar. I had to play some country. I'd never done that before. I had no idea what I was doing or what I was playing. I just like downloaded the top 50 country. I was like playing those. Um, but it was fun. I mean, it was cool. It was during the Spurs game, so it was super fun to like have all that energy there.
Nice.
Um, but
Very
yeah.
cool. Do you prefer, since you've done it a couple times, and when you're at these places DJing, I'm sure it's open format, right? Where you have to just kind of go with the crowd or whatever, right? You can't just be doing EDM or house music, right? So when you do get to play your preferred genre, would you rather be DJing or producing? Did you have a preference?
Um, I think I think of myself as a producer first and a DJ second. Um, yeah, I think they. I know there's a lot of people that do only one or the other. There's a lot that do both, but I think to me they kind of go like a bit hand in hand. Especially like you can like learn and you can learn things from both sides of the world that kind of help you be better at like both. So yeah, I think producer first, maybe DJ second.
Nice. And I asked that because, your Britney mix that I got to dance to in Austin, because Shelby GT, formerly known as Brian Kadir, I can't believe you didn't. Anyways, sidetrack. He played it, and I was, as he was playing it, I was like, wait a minute, I've heard this before, because I saw it on your TikTok or your Instagram, and it's really, really fun. It was really, really great energy, good, the way it like just dropped and everything. I really enjoyed it. How Tell me about that creative process, like when you pick that song, and then like how did it work for you?
Yeah. So I heard the song. I think I heard it on the radio. I mean, I've heard it before, like a lot of times, but I heard it recently on the radio or something. And I was trying to go through. I have like a list of like those things that I put in my notes. I'm like, okay, this could probably be a remix, or this could probably be a remix I could do. And I put that in my notes, and I was going through it one day, and then I was like, I think I want to do this three remix. I think the count up is kind of cool. You know, the 1, 2, 3 part, and um, I mean, it's Britney Spears. Her vocals are super catchy. They're easy to dance to. I was like, this could probably be a really good remix. But I kind of wanted to put the tech house, sort of style on it. And it took me a while to like get down, to how I wanted to sound like. I did another remix, a Flowrider remix. That's pretty danceable too. So I kind of used a lot of those same elements to and put them into this song. Um, that I thought worked. And yeah, it came together like pretty nicely. It only took me about a week, I think. So not super long. Late nights, like I'm only producing at night probably. But yeah, it was a fun little song. And the last little piece I added at the very end, I was like, something's missing at the very end, and then I added the little ding you hear. It's like a little coin sound um, on the drop. It was like a super cool little like nostalgic sound. I was like, this is cool. I think it'd be a cool little effect. And, yeah, that's kind of how it was done.
So I mean, you mentioned that it didn't take a long time. Do some of them take like a long time to remix, or is it that? Tell me about the process for that.
Yeah, I think some of them do take a while. Like the low one I did took probably like a month maybe, because I changed it so many times. And I was like, I don't like the way it sounds. I don't like the way it sounds. I don't like the way it sounds. And then I'll just keep changing it and changing it until I had like probably like 4 or 5 versions before I liked the way it sound. Um, and that's when I sort of found like a lot of the same like bass elements and drum elements that are in that song are in the Britney song. Um, and I was like, this sounds really good for the club. I've heard it on the club speakers. I've heard it on the dance floor, and like I can bring that over to this song. So it made the process a little bit easier. Um, I noticed something like a lot of producers do is they'll like take sounds that they use in songs and they'll use them in other songs, so you can notice like, hey, this is their sound. Like
Hmm.
when this song comes on, I can tell it's from this certain artist because it almost sounds the same. Like some of the elements are the same. So I kind of applied that to the Britney song.
Is that so? You're during this like evolution process for you to from producer DJing and get it just starting. What have you found your like who your identity, who you're like, what kind of, have you found that yet, or is it still a big process, or or you definitely know this is you and how, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I'm still trying to find. I feel like I'm almost there. I feel like the Britney song is really like I like the like sound, a lot of the sounds I use in there, a lot of the elements I use in there. There's another song I'm making that I gave to Shelby and XL, another DJ. That I think they liked it, and uh, which like means a lot. Like the feedback from these guys are like I think they're excellent DJs. I know they're not producers, but their feedback to me makes is important. So like okay, I think I'm them saying like this sounds cool, like they'll like it, they'll play it. I think puts me on the right track, that I feel like maybe I'm headed in the right direction to stay on this like sound or whatever.
I
Um,
think you are. I think
yeah.
you definitely did find a good niche, and your the sound is definitely there, and even going through like some of your SoundCloud and mixes that you've done and created, they are catchy. It does make me want to move and everything. So you're definitely on the right track. So don't think that you're not. So as a producer, what is coming up? What's are you creating something right now, or what's the vibe for?
Yeah, I have a song, the one I just mentioned. It's called it's called Pleasure. It's coming out. I don't know. Actually, I don't know when. It's one of the songs that a goal for me is for like next year is to be on one of the bigger labels. I want to be on like Catch and Release. It's a Fisher's label, or Trace Amounts, which is like a West End's label. Experts Only would be a dream. Um, but stuff like that, I want to get uh, the sound, to refine my sound a little bit and get this track out there for those labels. So I'm really trying to refine that track and really trying to. It's going through another version right now. I sent it out to some other DJs, but I was like, I don't think I like it, so I'm changing it again. But I probably have like 10 or 12 unfinished tracks that are like halfway finished. That'll probably go for next year.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
really exciting. Are you? What are your plans for DJing some more, or what's how's that looking?
Yeah. I would like to DJ. I try to DJ as much as I can. It is a little bit hard with the kids and the family. I think that kind of comes first for me. So staying out till like 3 or 4 a.m. is a little bit difficult. Uh, yeah, I mean, as much as I can, I definitely try to. So I don't know if I don't have anything planned yet for New Year's, but I'm sure something will come up
Nice.
or the next couple of weeks.
Cool. It's always you're on the Sundown social team for this coming year, right?
Mhm.
So, am I supposed to say anything yet? No. So, that means that there will be times for you to be able to get on and enjoy. I missed when I was in Austin when you got to spin over at River North. So hopefully I'll get to see you spin soon. But I. We've been over like work life and family and your creative process through sound and everything. So I think I want to change it up a little bit and get you for our quick mix round. Where they're just going to be really lighthearted, silly questions. That first quick answer, okay?
Okay,
Are you ready for the quick mix?
I'm ready.
Okay. So what's your sign?
I'm Capricorn.
Capricorn.
Hmm.
So, when's your birthday?
January 14th.
Oh, cool. I was about to say, so it's coming up.
Yeah.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Favorite ice cream?
Cookies and cream.
Mountains or beach?
Mountains.
Camping or a five-star hotel?
Probably a 5-star hotel.
Now, was that for you or was that for your wife?
For both.
Do you do eggs or cereal for breakfast?
I do eggs.
Night owl or early bird?
A night owl.
Favorite comfort food?
Ooh. Probably pizza.
And what's one thing that people might be surprised to know about you?
That I was in the military.
I'm not surprised.
That I was
Sweet
still.
or salty?
Uh, uh, salty.
Okay, now finish this sentence for me. Life is more fun when.
Life is more fun when you travel.
Nice, good. I love to travel, so that's awesome. You survived the quick mix. Thank you so much. Um, uh, so with all that, I kind of wanted to before we close out and go, I first thank you for joining me and doing this for me or with me, but uh, as a producer, have you heard my podcast, or how many episodes have you listened to?
I listened to probably like the 3 or 4. I know I listened to
Okay.
the one with Shelby and XL, and then Roger and Isaac on it.
The
I think
reason
that's
why
kind of
I
when it drew me on.
ask The reason why I ask is my little intro is pretty kind of like basic and outro. So, what if we like collab and you create a little intro and outro for me? Uh, you know, on brand and friends with the DJ vibe, stuff like that. I would love to have something that you produced a part of my show. What do you
That would
think? Would you do
be
that for me?
Yeah, that would be super cool. I think that would be fun.
Awesome.
I'd have fun with that.
Cool. Thank you so much. That's awesome. Well, I look forward to working with you on that. But thank you so much for joining me, Xavier. And listeners, thank you so much for listening to our great conversation. Thank you. Thank you for joining. And everyone, where can they find you at?
You mean like where I live?
No, oh my God. Like on social media or SoundCloud
Oh,
or TikTok, where can they find you?
yeah, all of them: TikTok, Instagram, SoundCloud, Spotify. I'm pretty much under all the same name. I'm Xavier.
So
Yeah,
IMXAVIER.
it's IMXVVIER, just because of some
Perfect.
Instagram tag names.
It's okay. No worries. Well, you heard it right here, guys. So go follow him on Instagram and TikTok and SoundCloud. Listen to all of his songs that he's creating and producing. And you could find me at AJ the Silver Fox on Instagram and TikTok. And of course, this show, I'm Friends with the DJ podcast on Instagram as well. Thank you so much. You've been listening to I'm Friends with the DJ. It's me, your host, AJ the Silver Fox. And why am I friends with the DJ? Because life is more fun when you're friends with the DJ. Bye, guys.